One thing that I am really glad that has worked out very well for me over the years so maybe not one thing, but it's one thing in general, which is basically healthy living and self-defense. So this one thing, or these things that I'm calling healthy living and self-defense. Let's just, singular, make it singular, right? So the one thing that I'm glad has been working out for me for many years is my overall wellness and quality of life, right? I keep on listing two things, right? And I'm screwing myself up with it. Is it is or are? Is one thing or more than one thing? And so in this is so important, the quality of life through wellness, because of time, basically. As time goes along, a lot of people start to fall apart and accept that as being the thing that's just supposed to happen, instead of fighting the good fight, right? It's not saying that you don't age gracefully. You're not trying to act so-called younger, although there's some things that people say about that doesn't really make sense. Sometimes people say things like that because of your vitality and energy. Like, for example, I'm sure people watch me playing, when I'm backflipping, jumping, crawling, bouncing off of things and this and that some people might think, oh, he's acting up for his age, or he's acting out or acting immature for his age, because I'm doing things that my body can do and that I have fun doing. And something that I've observed and that I understand from experience is that a lot of people don't do the things that I'm doing is because in their current state right now, they aren't able to. It would hurt them. It doesn't feel good to them because they haven't been training as rigorously and intensely and consistently as I have. So they're, as we say, out of shape. But I'm almost certain, because I can't really speak for other people, but I'm almost certain that if more people were in what I'm finding out to be a very small percentage of people that can move like me in my age category, whatever that is. I don't know what the demographic is, but me being 48 years old, I'll be 49 in 5 months. So whatever my demographic is, and for people who can move and do the things that I'm currently able to do, I'm sure that if there were more people like that they would be playing. They would be running, jumping, climbing, spinning, kicking, crawling, squatting, rolling. All that what I call hyper athletic stuff. Because I don't see why not. I need some water. I don't see why not. I know there are time constraints, and also, these are things that I've chosen to do professionally. So, when you do that, you have more time for it. But I haven't always remained consistent in being professional with for very specifically the fitness stuff. There were times when I was teaching English for 5 years, and then, there's lots of times when I've just been doing other stuff. There was a time when I don't remember how long it was, but I was just working security at this one club, and but long stretches of time, I have mostly been working in the fitness industry. And the three things that I tend to circulate around as far as for work are working in fitness and martial arts, doing security for, clubs and bars and things like that. And then also working on in film and TV, doing special effects and props. And now I sprinkle in some gig work here, mostly delivering with Instacart. And if I find something that's even more suitable for me, then I would do that, just to fill in the gaps, like in between, But this one thing of healthy living and self-defense, the wellness for a quality of life and just the way that I feel and the things that I can do, I'm really glad that it has worked out, that for myself, that I've been right, because it's something that's very valuable that can be shared with people, and I can continue focusing on this particular aspect of my expertise as a profession. And the only way that I have come to know that is because I've just remained consistent and persisted over all these years. And the one thing I point out sometimes, and it's simply because of the environment of the attention economy. And I don't know if I somehow kind of knew this and picked it up before, but I've just basically been documenting a lot of things that I've been doing over the years. Very specifically, a lot. I'm pretty sure that most of my content, as far as video content goes, is me training martial art, like just the basic stuff, just me hitting a heavy bag or doing some acrobatic movements or lifting. But most of it is basically could be, if you want to put a label on it, would be me kickboxing or doing capoeira. That's the majority of my content. And then there's a bunch of music. And then, of course, there's a whole lot of stuff of me talking about various different things, but it all circulates around mostly fitness content. And I think, it's pretty incredible that not incredible, but I'm glad that I didn't go for all of the fads and trends and do things for appearance, superficial things, like people take steroids and they get surgeries and they do all these kind of things. And so I'm really grateful somehow that for whatever reason in my life I decided to go this all natural path to also cut out destructive addictions like drugs and alcohol, tobacco, most pharmaceutical stuff, and all these things like that, and do the things that I'm doing, like maintain a high level of mobility and endurance and flexibility and strength and eating really clean, just focusing on that and paying attention to it. Because now that I've done this and I'm at the place in my life now where I've just accumulated decades of experience with understanding that the way that I feel and the way that I look is a result of this decades long of dedication, it's now so much more valuable than ever that I can transmit this knowledge to other people. And it's one of those things, I'm a living testament, a living testimony to what I'm doing. It's practice. I've been practicing what I've been preaching. And thank goodness I have been, preaching healthy living and self-defense, because it's such a vital component of people's lives, and specifically quality of life. It's one of the things that really dictates what your quality of life is going to be like, which is how you feel in your body. So this is excellent. And I'm really, all I have to really say is that I'm grateful, and it's a very strong point. It feels good because of the fact that it itself is a calling card and sells itself when people can see me moving the way that I do. And that's the point that I was actually getting around to when I talked about how a lot of the videos and things that I take and that I post are of me in action. And so there's stuff just up, even until yesterday, I haven't posted yet, but I'm going to, of me like on the concrete doing acrobatic capoeira movements, doing kicks and backflips and spins and stuff like that. And, to be able to do that with the ease that I'm able to do it is simply because I've been taking care of myself. And I have so many different ways that I can share that information with people. And that's what my whole Healthy Living and Self-Defense program is about. Transmitting effective knowledge. I am Hakeem Ali-Bocas Alexander.